Hello, Degens. Welcome to Degenerate Bets. I am the Brofect One AJ, and with me, as always, is the man with the numbers, the sportsbook whisperer, Noah Engelbretson. Noah, how the hell you doing today, bud?
AJ, I'm pretty good. How are you?
Bro, couldn't complain if I tried, honestly. I know we've been teasing it on the show the last couple times, but we're up to something big, and a lot of the conversations I had went well today. So, we're looking good, bro. It's been a good day. Let me tell you what hasn't been good, though, my guy. And that would be the account balance in my online sports book. And then, even worse than my online sportsbook account, bro, would have to be the wallet that is currently sitting in my pocket. You know that slot where you're supposed to put, like, paper money cash? Yeah, it doesn't exist anymore, bro. It is a black hole that is meant to just go to these books. And even when I think it's a sure fucking thing, like, I don't know, taking the Pittsburgh Penguins at home against the Kraken not even in regulation, full time. I haven't hit shit, Noah. I have not hit shit since playoff football has started. But Noah, I am ready to break the curse this week, and I'm ready to go 2 for 2. All right, I know that's not asking a lot, but I'm ready to go 2 and 2 and sweep this weekend. That's my initial thoughts, bro. Fuck, I have not
All
hit
right.
shit, dude. I can't even hit Russian table tennis right now, bro. It's
Well,
unbelievable.
yeah, I don't think you're meant to hit that.
Every once in a while, you get lucky.
That's pretty much the same as a coin flip, I think.
Well, you see a minus 3,000 favorite, and you're like, they're up 9-2, and you're like, oh, this game's to 11. Yeah, they should fucking win this. Anyway, no, that's not what
Okay.
people aren't here to talk about how bad I've been because, all sports gamblers, we go through a cold streak. You're on an insane hot streak right now with college basketball. That heater's still going on, right?
Unfortunately,
Oh,
I mean, I wouldn't say I've been like ice cold, but the hot streak is no longer
all right.
as
Hey,
hot as it was.
hey, but that's okay. In this industry, we gotta have short memory, right? Just like
Oh,
baseball,
yeah.
you see a pitch, you got to forget that last at bat. You got to get back up to the plate. And Noah, we have two excellent divisional matchups this week that I am ready to get back on the horse, and I'm ready to get my heart broken yet again in overtime by a fucking coin flip so I can see Patrick Mahomes and his shitty family being shitty people in a shitty box in a shitty stadium for a shitty team. God, did you see that shit, bro, with them?
Yeah, that's got to be embarrassing.
God, I mean,
I,
could you imagine, like, oh yeah, I just signed for $500 million, and now I have to worry about my lifelong girlfriend and dumbass brother just completely ruining everything I'm building. Like, bro, that's why he's been stressing. You know what I mean? That's why he's been stressing, is all that. But also, I did read a theory that his dad is in an enormous amount of gambling debt.
really.
Yeah, or it was on TikTok or something. But Um, yeah, apparently in the pictures you always see this guy standing behind his dad and stuff, and he like is even standing behind Patrick Mahomes at like some of these games and stuff. And apparently, allegedly, there is connection to El Chapo through this bookie. And so it's a whole mess, Noah. We don't really know what's going on. But that's what in the industry we call a segue into our first game, Bengals and Chiefs. That was rough.
Yeah, I was going to say that sounds more like a far fetched conspiracy theory than anything else.
Extremely far fetched, but hey, this is degenerate takes, not responsible takes. So I may take that into account this week when I'm betting on the game.
Okay. Okay.
All right, but let's get into it. Noah, you got Bengals at the Chiefs. AFC runs through Arrowhead. Bengals are a 7 point dog going into this game. The line has not moved at all. Total is at 54 and a half. And Noah, because I know you're dying to know, you got 38% of the bets and 66% of the money on the Bengals. So a lot of bets coming in on the Chiefs, but no money coming in to back it up. Noah, what do you make of this game? What do you make of these lines? What do you think's going on?
Ooh, a touchdown seems like a lot
Right?
for a championship game. Personally,
Doesn't it?
that's my initial thought, but I also am baffled at the fact that the Bengals are even here. They
Yeah,
even made it this far.
we all are. And see my betting history account, I'm very fucking shocked the Bengals are here. Anyway, let's keep it moving. No, yeah, a touchdown does seem like a lot of points, and don't get me wrong, the Chiefs did start covering in the second half of this season, and so the whole thing we were riding, Chiefs don't cover, doesn't really seem to be a thing anymore. Even last week in overtime, they covered. I know one thing. I'm definitely taking the over. I feel like the over is just kind of guaranteed in a lot of these AFC matchups. 54.5. I mean, it's half a point more than what the Bills game was at. And don't get me wrong, it took till the last 2 minutes for all those touchdowns to get scored. But the over still fucking covered. So I'm taking the over. Dude, that 7 is tripping me up. And it's really tripping me up more that it hasn't moved at all.
Yeah.
And then you got Joey B on that side. But Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, they seem to just win all of these games and everything. All right. I'm going to reverse fade myself. All right. Because I want to take Chiefs minus the 7 and the over, but I'm not. I'm going to fade myself. I'm taking Bengals the 7 and the over. Not touching any money lines, though, because I just think 7 is too many points. I'm really not sure who wins this game because if the Chiefs come out slow whatsoever, Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow are going to open it up. So I'll take the Bengals plus 7 and over 54.5.
Yeah, I'm also definitely on that over. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. That being said, I think I'm going to take the Chiefs to cover. Based on the way the Bengals have just been skating by through the first 2 rounds of the playoffs.
True.
Yeah, and I think the Chiefs are going to learn from that late regular season game where they got blown out. And I think
was that at Arrowhead or was that
story.
at Cincy? I can't remember.
I want to say it was at Cincinnati, but I'm not entirely sure on that. I can check for you here in a second.
Week 17 it was, and they were at KC. So Bengals have won there on the road already.
No, they were in Cincinnati.
Oh, I just can't read?
Yeah.
Sweet. Huh. Anyway, doesn't matter.
Yeah, that game was in Cincinnati. Only ended up being a 3-point game. It
does
felt
not
like
matter. So you're taking the 7.
That, but
yeah. You really think they can figure it out, though? I mean, don't get me wrong. They looked unbelievable last week against the Bills, but that defense is still a liability. And if the Bengals defense can keep up and just stop them one time, I think the Bengals kind of have an easy road to the Super Bowl. Am I saying that?
You do realize the Bengals gave up 9 sacks last week.
Yeah, we all know the O-line's a piece of shit. But Joe Burrow still did his magic. Joe Burrow still did his thing, especially against a fresh Derrick Henry and everything.
Not really. Tannehill threw 3 interceptions, and the Bengals kicked a bunch of field goals because they got really good field position.
Didn't Patrick Mahomes throw a couple interceptions last game? No, he didn't.
No.
I don't care. I'm fading myself. I'm taking the Bengals plus the 7 and the over. Noah, any other thoughts on that game? Any player props or anything you want to take?
Like the over on everything.
Honestly, receiving yards, rushing yards, passing yards. Honestly, yeah, Patrick Mahomes rushing yards, Joe Burrow rushing yards, I'd probably take on the over. And then Debo's... No, that's the next game. Sorry, I was getting ahead of myself. My bad, no. If you have nothing else to say about that, let's move on to the last game of the slate. My quest to go 2-2 right now. We got the 49ers at the Rams. God damn it, no. How? This is unbelievable. Like, don't get me wrong. I agree. I copped to the fact halfway through the season, Rams are a good football team. They're a solid squad. They're going to make a deep run. But the 49ers, up until the last 3 weeks, didn't show me shit. And now all of a sudden, here we are in an epic playoff run by them. I mean, shout out to Deebo Samuels. He's the only reason that team is there. Kyle Shanahan is a good coach and everything, but Jimmy G is not that good of a quarterback to be where he is at with that team. So shout out Deebo. Also, shout out Matt Stafford. I thought you were going to choke after your first playoff win, but here we are showing that you just needed a good squad around you. Shout out. But let's get into the math. Let's get into the lines, Noah, because that's what people are here. They don't really care about what I think about the 49ers and the Rams. You got the Rams as a home favorite, -3.5 total at 46 points right now, Noah. Let's see where the public's at. Public's about as split as you get. A lot of them taking that home favorite with 55% of the bets and 61% of the money. Excuse me. Noah, I mean, I know that Deebo Samuel's got hit in the knee. I know he's healthy and everything, but the 49ers seem to be dealing with some questionable, we could say, injuries and everything going into this week, whereas the Rams do seem to be fully healthy and everything. Do you think we're going to be playing? Do you think me picking this game, I'm thinking too much about those injuries, or do you think I'm worried about it just the right amount?
I think you're thinking too much about it. I mean, it's the NFC Championship game. If those players aren't like severely injured, they'll play.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I guess it's not a question of if they'll play, it's what will the play look like. Well, are we going to see the quality football out of them? Especially Debo, because as someone who's gotten their knee done and everything, knee injuries are not something to fuck around with. Taking a knee to the helmet, a helmet to the knee to the helmet, whatever you want to say, not a fun experience. Let me tell you right now. So you never know. You could be a little skittish going into some of those tackles and everything like that. Noah, what are your picks for this game, though?
I just want to let you know Debo's not even on the injury report this week.
Not even on the injury report. That's good for Debo.
So he should be playing. God, I don't know. This one's tough because obviously, Shanahan's 5-0 against
8-0.
8-0.
8-0 against McVay. Sean McVay.
Are you sure? Is it 8-0?
I'm 95% sure.
I thought it was sorry, 5's not right, but I thought it was only 6. I thought it's only been 3 seasons.
I'm not 100% sure. I thought it was 8, though. I thought I saw that on a graphic somewhere. But I watch a lot of sports networks, so I see a lot of stats.
Oh, no. Okay, so they've met 10 times. McVay is 3-7 against Shanahan.
3-7, okay.
But San Francisco has won the last 6 meetings between the two teams.
So he has had his number. San Francisco has been a dog this entire time. Are we going to see another underdog weekend, Noah? No. No, we're not. That defense, as much as I've been shitting on the Rams and everything, that defense is going to shut Deebo Samuels down. Once you get past Deebo Samuels, yeah, you got George Kittle, but you know what I mean? That Rams, I feel like that Rams defense is going to be good enough to shut him down and make it to the Super Bowl. I'm taking the Rams -3.5 at home, and I'm taking the under. I do not see the 49ers score. I don't see a lot of points in general being scored. I see the final score maybe 24-16, 17, depending on some field goals. But I don't see this being a high-scoring game, so give me the under.
Yeah, it could be. I just want to point out Jimmy Garoppolo in his 5 career playoff games, 62.5% completion percentage, 730 yards total, which I think averages to 140 something, 2 touchdowns and 5 interceptions. However, the one stat that matters is San Francisco's 4-1 in those games. Despite Garoppolo throwing only 2 touchdowns and 5 picks in those games, despite him only throwing for 140 yards a game, they somehow managed to win.
Yeah.
I don't get it. It doesn't make sense. I mean, obviously great defense, special teams, good running game, but it's gonna be interesting. As much as I want to say the Rams are way outmatched them, I mean, San Francisco's had their number the last 3 years. It pains me so much to say it, but I'm going to take San Francisco to cover.
Wow.
And I'm also on the under, but I want the Rams to win, but I can't talk myself out of not taking San Francisco to cover because and and my reasoning for it is I'm convinced some bullshit's gonna happen and they're gonna fucking win the game. And it's gonna suck because nobody wants to see San Francisco in the fucking Super Bowl.
No, no one wants to see San Francisco versus fucking Cincinnati. That's just a shit bowl right there. But hey, we're here for it. We'll cover it. No, you have anything else to say to the Degens before we sign off for Divisional Round Weekend?
I mean, hey, my preseason Super Bowl pick of the Rams is still alive and well.
Still very alive and well.
So
All mine are dead.
Hopefully, I can have a little nice little payday with that, and even though I have totally doubted them at times throughout this season, I can still say "told you so" at the end of the year to everybody.
Hey, and it's not hard to doubt them when you got Matthew Stafford as a quarterback. We really didn't know what he was going to be going into an organization that was good, especially with a late signing of OBJ, of Von Miller, who we thought was washed up. But hey, they seem to get the juice out of the guys they need to get the juice out of, and they're a solid team. And that's why I'm taking them. I fucking love the Rams this week. I really do. And the Bengals. Noah's on the Chiefs to cover and San Francisco to cover. We're both on the over in the first game and the under in the late night game. And hey, you know what? We'll see you guys next week. Not really a big slate. Obviously, with the NFL slowing down, because we only got, 2 weeks, 1 week left. And I don't know about but I don't really want to cover the Pro Bowl whatsoever.
No, nobody gives a shit about the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, so we're not going to waste anyone's time with that bullshit. So next week, you're going to start seeing some more college basketball, some more NHL. If we're bored enough, you'll see some NBA action too, but no promises there. We prefer actual sports. But with that being said, Noah, next week's going to be exciting. And again, to our listeners, we're up to something big, and we'll be announcing that within the next couple of weeks. We can't wait to announce it to all the Degens out there. So stay tuned, and we'll see you next time. And hey, bet the whole damn board because life's too short.